here in the boxing capital of the world of Atlantic City, New Jersey, Main Events Monitor, in association with Caesars Atlantic City, the home of champions, present the International Boxing Federation Cruiserweight Championship bout scheduled for 15 rounds and is approved by the New Jersey State Athletic Commission, the Honorable Larry Hazard, Commissioner, the Honorable Jerry Gormley, Chairman, and is sanctioned by the International Boxing Federation, the Honorable Robert W. Lee, President, Ms. Mariam Muhammad, Supervisor in Charge, Nick D. Balistreri and Lawrence Wallace, Deputy Commissioners. The Chief Physician in attendance at ringside this evening is Dr. Frank B. Doggett, along with his two fine colleagues, Dr. Paul T. Williams and Dr. Charles E. Wilson. The judges, Frank Cairo, Gene Grant, and Phil Newman. Counting for the knockdown seconds, alternate referee Joe O'Neill. The timekeeper to bell is Roosevelt Gilbert. In the ring at this time, the man in charge of the scheduled 15-round title bout, referee Randy Newman. And now, my good friends, introducing the principals. First, in the red corner, wearing the white trunks with the black trim. He weighed in at an even 190 pounds. This gentleman has 28 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw, with 17 knockouts. The former World Boxing Council Light Heavyweight Champion, the former World Boxing Association Junior Heavyweight Champion. He is ranked #1 by the International Boxing Federation. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the Camden Buzzsaw, Dwight Muhammad Qawi. Qawi. And his opponent in the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with the blue trim, along with the white lettering. He weighed in at an even 187 pounds. This young man is undefeated in 16 professional bouts with 12 knockouts. The 1984 Olympic bronze medalist. He is the current World Boxing Association Junior Heavyweight Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the International Boxing Federation Cruiserweight Champion, all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. Here is Evander Real Deal Holyfield. Holyfield.
Okay, gentlemen, you're familiar with the rules of this fight, and before we got over, do you have any questions? Okay, that's good. I want you to remember two things. Number one, defend yourselves at all times. Please obey my commands. Shake hands and come out of the bell.
Former heavyweight fighter Randy Newman, the referee. Scoring in New Jersey, 10-point mush system. 3 knockdown rule is in effect. The bell cannot save a fighter except in the last round. As you look at the average punches per round in the first fight, the punching was at a more furious pace than the average lightweight fight. It was incredible. And here we go, round 1. It is scheduled for 15. This is for the IBF Cruiserweight Championship. Evander Holyfield in the black trunks with the blue trim. Dwight Muhammad Qawi in the white trunks with the black trim. Holyfield, 16-0 with 12 knockouts, has found a way to erase the bitter memory of being disqualified of the semifinals of the '84 Olympics on that controversial call and was forced to settle for the bronze medal. And Qawi 28-4-1 with 17 knockouts, rated #1 by the WBA, #3 according to the IBF. A 2-time former world champ who says he has only one goal to regain the title from Evander Holyfield.
Well, he certainly started out that way. He threw a few home run, long looping hooks. They landed glancingly off of Holyfield's shoulder and gloves. Did no damage, but certainly were frightening looking punches.
Holyfield has defended the WBA junior heavyweight title a couple of times against Henry Tillman and Ocasio. Has defended his IBF cruiserweight title once versus Ocasio. All told, 3 title defenses. And this is his first fight after beating Qawi in his first fight. He KO'd Michael Brothers in the 3rd round in Paris, but it was not a title fight. Qawi's last fight, August the 15th in Saint-Tropez, the 6th round KO over Leroy Murphy. On that same card, Holyfield defended by beating Ocasio.
Good counter punch by Holyfield right now. It's both been taking up on round 16. This is just a continuation of what they did before, a little slower than they had before. Holyfield's got more experience now. He's pacing himself, moving, giving him angles, not standing still as he did in that first fight, willing to exchange blows. This time he's boxing a little bit more cleverly. He is giving him the difficult angles, so taking away that long looping hook of Dwight Qawi's.
Combination by Holyfield. We showed you that graphic before. The average number of punches in the first fight. Look perhaps for fewer punches from Holyfield, but a better connection percentage tonight. More efficiency in the first fight, over 2,300 punches combined. There's a left jab as Holyfield doubles up, but not having that much impact.
Dwight always difficult to hit. He just gets down in that crotch, and it just looks like you got him, and you don't. It's like Ali said about Frazier. Boy, it looks like his head is there, but it's not there when you go punch.
A fire plug, a squat walk-in banger. And he loves to pound the body and has tremendous head movement. We head for the bell. And we follow Evander Holyfield into his corner with Lou Duva and George Benton.
Now that's your bottle of water. That's your fight. All that overhand stuff. Just bow into it. Bow in and away from that overhand stuff, right? And just keep doing just what you're doing. Give me the bucket.
Where's that bucket?
George, you got to bring that up. The blue one.
All right, now listen.
The blue one. Here, right here, please.
Now don't change it. Don't change it because there's nothing you can do about what you're doing. You understand? All right. Now listen, every now and then when you're getting the jab off, you're getting the jab, try to sneak him real fast with the right hand behind the jab. Set it up good, right? So you catch him in the dump. You know what I mean?
And we'll check the first round CompuPunch statistics. And it favors Holyfield by a whopping margin.
But it wasn't by a whopping margin that he won that round, but by a very close margin. He won that first round, did Holyfield, unofficially, let us say, throughout this bout, because one never knows till the fight's over with. In my opinion, it was a close round. Remember that Qawi is doing the leading. He is doing the moving forward. He is carrying the fight and bringing the fight to Holyfield. That's worth points. Holyfield's brilliant defense thus far earns him points, and the heavier punches and more accurate punches were landed by Holyfield. He is evading that long looping hook, as Georgie Benton told him, leaning in and with motion. Keep doing what you're doing. That's the way that Georgie Benton put it succinctly.
Round 2 scheduled for 15. Evander Holyfield 100% business in the ring. His big weapon, the big right jab, not a showboat. Qawi shows a little more flash, but not really a bully in the ring. Holyfield likes to rely on his quickness more than anything else. Very fast for a big man.
Surprising thing here is that Qawi did not take up the prescription from that last fight and go right to the body and pound the sides. He's been trying to land that long looping punch, which Holyfield, stepping down and stepping into it, is avoided. Just watch how many times he throws that overhand right hand and has not yet to figure that he's got to go to the body with it.
And Holyfield likes to fight the outside, step in with a combination, then move away if he has his way.
When you see a very tall man and a very short man fight, the most intelligent thing that a short man can do is jab to the body. He's just started to pick on that. He's been doing it 3, 4, 5 times. You can step in, jab to the body, and cover up before the other guy gets a punch off. It's the only way he can jab with Holyfield.
And Bernie, Qawi sort of dares you by sticking the chin out.
He's tough. I mean, he almost says there's nothing you can do to me to hurt me. So go ahead and throw whatever you got. Here's my chin. And that's discouraging.
Loves to throw hooks, has a solid right, but now Holyfield pressing the attack. He's got Qawi against the ropes.
But he's not even in a remote small amount of trouble. It's just a little tempest in a teapot. Successfully dodged all the bullets. He's back on the attack, backing up Holyfield.
A short-lived flurry that got a rise from the crowd.
When you have two guys of this equal caliber and they start getting off bombs, the crowd gets right into this fight.
Holyfield, the first of the Olympic class of '84 to win a professional world title. Qawi, meanwhile, turned pro at 25. No amateur experience. Took him just 3.5 years to capture the title. Of course, he got his experience at Rahway State Prison, where he served 5.5 years. Here is Holyfield. Again on the attack as round 2 ends. And they continue to go at it after the bell. And the referee, Randy Newman, has to step between.
And that's what you need a big referee for. Randy is a good heavyweight. He stepped right in between, took control. Excellent work by the referee, Randy Newman. Watch this end of the round action. When the blood is up and the punches are flying, you sometimes don't hear that bell.
Needless to say, we don't need that again, were the words of referee Randy Newman in the corner of Qawi.
Look at the way, the size of Randy Newman, his ability to control these big men. That's what you need in a referee.
Let's go. Come on.
Randy Newman, who once fought Jerry Quarry and lost on a cut. That may have been his biggest encounter to this point as you look at the CompuPunch stats. Again, Holyfield with the edge there, but now welcome to the second war between these two guys.
Absolutely. First round was feeling out kind of thing, and second round was war was declared. And we're back to where we were before.
Picking up where they left off. Indeed, round 3 scheduled for 15. The IBF Cruiserweight title, the champion of the black trunks, Evander Holyfield, and looking to get it back to the man in the white, Dwight Muhammad Qawi.
Are we willing to give up these rounds if he inflicts the punishment that he needs to slow down Holyfield for the later rounds when Qawi is brutal?
Ferdy, do you sense a genuine dislike between these two fellas?
Well, I think that's in the character of the fight. It's a one-way street. Dwight comes from the tough University of Rahway State Penitentiary. You don't learn to love your fellow man in there. And when he came out, he brought that toughness with him. Holyfield's one of these athletes. He leaves it all out. The difference is one man hates the other, and the other guy could care less. He's there to box.
Qawi learned his fighting in the streets of Camden and then Rahway State Prison in the gym. Product of a broken home.
Boy, when Holyfield triggers off a counter punch, and here comes Qawi back.
Qawi with a combination to the head of Holyfield. The Camden Buzzsaw. He's got his supporters here in Atlantic City.
When Holyfield triggers off a punch, it's short and sweet.
Now Holyfield with Qawi in the corner. Qawi comes away smiling. There was a heavy right, a solid right by Holyfield to the top of Qawi's head.
Oh, what a tough man is Dwight Qawi. He takes those punches, he smiles, he comes back. He knows all he needs is one good shot to make Holyfield feel it.
A bruising affair here, round 3. The general perception is that Qawi's been around forever, but he got such a late start. 25 years of age, he's been around for 9 years.
Well, he was fighting with some very competent boxers in Rahway. When they say he had no amateur careers, when you fight with James Scott every day, you get a university education.
A short, crisp combination by Holyfield that landed. Qawi comes battling back. Final seconds, round 3.
Getting his punches in just like he wants.
And then Holyfield finishes with a flurry. Again, a smile from Qawi. And crowd loves it.
Keep it going just like that. Keep it on
Here's
the outside.
Holyfield's corner.
When you get close, punching combinations, right?
Fourth round.
You're boxing beautiful,
All
baby.
right.
Beautiful.
Now give me that good left hand. Keep that good left hand going. Now when you get close to him, look. When he's down, when you see him down bobbing and weaving, you can't see the uppercut. You hit it, reach around and hit him here on the kidney, right? But come back with the left uppercut, right? But punching threes and fours. Punching
Check
threes
out
and fours.
the
You got me covered?
Furious flurry by Dwight Muhammad Qawi in that third round.
I think this is the best round he had thus far. He got Holyfield to commit to those little wars that he likes, those little trenches, and he took the round as far as I was concerned. Now the score unofficially is 29-28, a very close fight between these two excellent gladiators. The numbers reflect what the punches were in round 3, an even round in which Dwight Qawi got Holyfield to commit to a fight in the trenches, where Qawi is the best.
Round 4 scheduled for 15, the IBF Cruiserweight Championship here on Showtime. The pace has been wild, just as in the first fight.
Holyfield going back into his boxing bag, a little movement, showing the angles, jabbing, knowing that Dwight Qawi can only get frustrated with this kind of fighting. It's not his style. He doesn't want to fight this way.
Holyfield to the body and the head of Qawi. Some vicious punches being thrown. Holyfield with an expression of anger on his face. That right, a glancing blow by Qawi, no effect.
He just keeps throwing that big looping right hand. One wonders what's going to happen if it ever lands flush, because at this early part of this fight, he's putting everything he's got in. That's a home run swing that he's got there.
In the first encounter, Qawi scored early and often with bruising body shots, you may recall. Wild miss there by Qawi. Holyfield survived the early barrage. Boxed wisely, came on strong from the 6th round on, dominating the later rounds.
In that fight, Holyfield ran out of gas. Oh!
Qawi is down!
That was a good sharp hook. I don't think that Dwight is hurt as much as he was just crouching down when he got hit. It doesn't look like he's hurt.
A flash knockdown, round 4 for Evander Holyfield.
Certainly enough time left for Evander to put some hurt on him. Under a minute left to go.
Now Qawi trying to storm back. A wild miss and he goes down again. Qawi is down on his stomach. It's all over.
He's getting up. He's over. It's over. He cannot get up. He stayed, looked at the doctor right in the face, shook his head, and that was the end of that. Holyfield in a knockout at 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the 4th round.
Evander Holyfield defends his IBF Cruiserweight Championship here in the 4th round. We'll get the official announcement from Ed Durian.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time of this bout, 2 minutes and 30 seconds of the 4th round, and the winner by a knockout, and still the International Boxing Federation Cruiserweight Champion, Evander "Real Deal" Holyfield. Holyfield. And have a nice round of applause for Dwight Muhammad Qawi. Let's hear it for him. Maestro, please.
So Evander Holyfield knocks out Dwight Muhammad Qawi, 2 minutes and 30 seconds of the 4th round. And you have to wonder where this will lead to for 34-year-old Dwight Muhammad Qawi. Nothing but greatness in front of Evander Holyfield, who is standing by right now. He is getting ready to check out Ferdy Pacheco. trying to get Qawi and Holyfield to do some talking with Ferdy. Qawi, well, you have to wonder what's going through his mind right now. His 5th defeat, Johnny Davis, Michael Spinks, and 2 times now to Evander Holyfield. Holyfield is with the fight doctor, Ferdy Pacheco.
First of all, congratulations on a spectacular win. Did you think you could get him that early?
First of all, I just thank the Lord, God Almighty, for having the strength that I came into the fight. But I was expecting a tough fight, and I didn't come in anticipation knocking him out early or anything, but you know, I was ready to counter on his mistakes.
Let's talk about the first round as we speak. We'll be able to see it on television. What was the first knockdown? What did you hit him when? He looked like he was off balance.
You know, I hit him with a left hook on top of the head, and I sent his neck went when I hit him with a nice left hook. I was, you know, my balance was together, and I threw a nice left hook.
Then you went with a lot of professional smoothness right for the kill in the second and the final knockdown. Did you sense that he was really in trouble? Did you feel like you could finish, or did you think this was like a flash knockdown? You better be careful.
Well, I figured it was just a flash knockdown, and my main thing was not to rush myself, because I knew Qawi's good with the overhand punches, so I stuck to my jab, and the punch that I knocked him down with, I tried to really set it back up with the jab.
Did you find him greatly diminished in skill from the first time you fought him a year and a half ago? Do you think he's gone downhill a little bit, or do you think it's the same Qawi that you fought a year and a half ago?
Well, actually, I think he came in hungry and came after me. I think with my coach, Lou Duva and George Ben, and my conditioning coach, Tim Hartman, the conditioning and the different skills that I brought into the fight made me a different fighter.
Well, now, of course, the thing on everybody's mind and everybody's conversation here with Tyson at ringside watching you, everybody's been saying there's nobody down the road but you for Tyson about a year down the road as you develop into heavyweight. How do you think you impressed Tyson? You think he's ready to get in with you now? You think he wants to see you as a heavyweight?
Well, I think Tyson, I think he respects me. I respect him. Tyson's good, and I figure I'm good. And when it's time for me to move up, I will be ready. I just need an ample amount of time to get my condition together, get my weight properly, and a little more schooling from my coaches.
Well, congratulations on a brilliant win. Certainly one of the highlights of your career. Let's go to Charlie with a disappointed, I'm sure, Dwight Qawi.
Dwight, what happened?
Just, you know, he's a better man, you know, tonight, and I think it's my time to go. It's my time to give it up, you know.
Were you hurt at all?
Yeah, I got stunned, flash knockdown, you know, and I knew that he was stronger, you know, and I knew that I wasn't the same guy. So, you know, if I ever felt like get to that point, that's it, you know, in the sense of me trying to push it, you know what I mean? And go through a war when, you know, at my age and all, you know, I ain't gonna prove nothing. So, you know, I gave it my best, you know. You know, he was very physical, you know, with his head and all. And, you know, the referee kind of left the fight, and he was strong, you know. And I figured though with my age and all, you know, it just I ain't had the resiliency anymore.
Dwight, you're 34 years old.
Yeah.
Is this the end of the career?
Yeah, it's the end of this for me. It is. You know, me, I never say I push on, you know, when you know it's no use. You know, he's a worthy champion, very good opponent, very good champion. You know?
Do you think he's got enough to elevate to the heavyweights?
Yeah, he is strong. He's strong. He's hard and he's very strong.
Dwight Muhammad Qawi calling it a day.
Yeah, it is.
Now let's go back to ringside and Steve Albert. Steve?
All right, thank you very much, Charlie Steiner. It sounded very much as if Holyfield has sent Dwight Muhammad Qawi into retirement. Those seem to be the words of Qawi. Quickly, let's go back to Ferdy, who is with Lou Duva.
Lou Duva, we just heard that Qawi is retiring. Your guy has retired him, and I'm sure that Tyson has some thoughts along that line. Lou, you're irrepressible. You're always ready to get your man up there. What do you think about the Tyson possibilities?
This guy's ready for Tyson. 6 months, give it six to 9 months to put that other 20 pounds on him, put a lot of strength on him, and boy, I'd like nothing better than to sign a contract to fight Mike Tyson. This is the only legitimate contender he's got out there, I feel.
What did you do to get this guy in this kind of condition? I mean, is it attributed to Houston, the training methods you use, the modern methods? What is it? Holyfield seems to get better. Holyfield seems to get better and better and better.
Well, naturally, you know, he gets better every time he's down in Houston. He gets terrific training down there. But I'll tell you what happened tonight. I happened to put on a lot of this here Caesar's Man Cologne tonight, understand? And he had to listen to me because the sweet smelling stuff over here had to do a job. Ferdy, this is what done. He had to listen to me. In fact, he was going to kiss me a couple times.
And back to Albert before we're all taken out to the Broadway and shot.
All right, thank you, Ferdy. We'll take a look at the composite statistics from CompuPunch here on Showtime, and Evander Holyfield dominating the situation. Here are the punches in the final round, round 4, when Qawi got knocked down twice, and of course the second time never got up. 26 punches thrown, 18 by Qawi, 17 landed for Holyfield. A couple that spelled doom for Mr. Qawi. So the first fight, a stunning split decision for Holyfield back during the summer, and the second ended prematurely, a 4th round knockout at 2:30 of the round for Evander Holyfield. So that is it. Evander Holyfield makes it 2 in a row over Dwight Muhammad Qawi. Lou Duva says he'd like to move Holyfield up in weight class at heavyweight. He would like to do it by the start of the new year. I read somewhere where Holyfield said the transition may take about 6 months. I don't think he'll have any difficulty in that division, but who knows what'll happen against a guy like Mike Tyson someday.
I tell you, don't make it so cheap and don't make it so easy. Heavyweights are a different proposition. The road to the championship is littered with bodies of light heavyweights and cruiserweights that think it's easy in the heavyweights. It's not easy in the heavyweights. Tyson certainly way in the distant future, in spite of the exuberance and remarkable optimism of the Duvas and so forth. Tyson is a different animal. He's a year down the line, and first, Holyfield must prove himself as a heavyweight. That is by no means a given. So we should see an interesting year coming up, bringing him up slowly into smaller heavyweights, larger heavyweights, and finally fighting guys that are real contests for him.
And we have probably seen the conclusion of a career here in 34-year-old Dwight Muhammad Qawi. It looks like the end of the road for Dwight.
That's kind of sad in that he's certainly given us a lot of great nights. He goes out like he came in, like a bolt of lightning, and a knockout is certainly the way it should end for a guy that's that brave and has given us that many hard nights. So goodbye to Dwight Qawi, and God bless you, and have a good life.
As we end things in replay fashion, we also mentioned that Mark Breland on the co-feature scored a unanimous decision over Javier Suazo. The crowd wanted a knockout, but they had to settle for a decision.
Well, it takes 2 to fight, and the other fellow was just there to survive. He ate as many jabs as I've ever seen one man eat in a whole lifetime, so not much of a fight, and Mark Breland certainly looking for better competition to justify a title shot.
So that's it, Ferdy. Holyfield retains his IBF Cruiserweight Championship, and Breland scores a unanimous decision, his first fight back since suffering his first professional defeat. For Ferdy Pacheco and Charlie Steiner, Steve Albert saying so long. This has been a presentation of Showtime Championship Boxing.